what's going on, everybody? Today we're going to be talking about investing in stocks versus real estate and its implications when you sell it in terms of capital gains and funding your retirement. Let's take a look. So, first of all, the capital gains tax rate is half of your income tax rate. So, let's say, for example, if you were to sell $49,000 of stock, you'll be paying 10% capital gain. If you were to sell a $50,000 rental property, you'll be paying the same. So, but what about trying to find a way to cash out of your rental properties without paying capital gains? So this is where cash out refinance or home equity line of credit comes into play. You can do a cash out refinance. Basically, imagine you had a property that you no longer have a mortgage on. Let's say it's $1 million by the time you retire. You can get up to 80% of the value in form of a cash out refinance mortgage. So when you cash out refinance, that money is debt, not income. You do have to pay it back eventually over time, but you don't have to report it as income. So basically, it's a really nice way to cash out without having to pay taxes. And that is one benefit of real estate versus stocks. However, one thing to note is that when you invest stocks in tax-free saving account, you don't need to pay these taxes. And I'm only comparing investing in stocks in non-registered accounts versus investing in rental properties. Another thing to note is that if it's your principal residence, you can sell it and not have capital gains tax because there's something called a capital gains tax exemption for your principal residence, and you can Google that on the CRA website. So of course you will be paying interest on the cash out refinance mortgage or the home equity line of credit. However, since you're going to have such a big cash out, let's say for a $1 million property, you're going to have $800,000 cash. You're definitely going to be able to afford that interest payment and the monthly payments. So some of my buyers were worried that, oh, what if I have kids and I cash out refinance a bunch of rental properties, and what if I pass away? What happens? Will they be stuck? So there's two scenarios here. Most likely, since real estate, you're most likely going to retire in the long term, and real estate is most likely to have positive equity in the long term. And let's say the equity, the home is worth more than what they own the property. That's positive equity. Whatever equity remains after selling the property will go to people that you list on your will. However, if your home, the mortgage, has negative equity, which means the mortgage is more than the home's value, then what can happen is the seller, there's two choices. The lender, mortgage lender, can set up a short sale, which means they just take a loss. And this is one of their risks of doing business. And they just they are earning interest income from you, so they're getting a return. And the risk is that if you pass away and the property is at a lower value, they'll just take a loss, and your heirs should be able to get away without any debt. And however, you don't get to leave behind a house to them because the seller will take the whole value of the home to cover the mortgage, and they're still losing money. However, if your heirs or beneficiaries want to keep the home, what they can do actually is just pay off your mortgage if they have the money, and then they can keep the house. If you're worried about this, you can also get a life insurance. So when you pass away, you're going to have a big payout, and this will make sure your beneficiaries aren't in a weird situation and they can pay off the mortgage if they want, or they can just let it go, let the house go, and they still have money for other things. So what I just talked about was life insurance. So basically, when you die, you're going to get a bunch of money, and your heirs, the people who inherit, who are the beneficiaries of your life insurance, just get cash. They can do whatever they want. However, there's also mortgage insurance. However, for that one, if you die, basically your heirs they cannot choose what to do with the money. It will automatically pay off the mortgage. So there's pros and cons to each, but there's less flexibility of what that money will go towards. So most people say life insurance is a little bit better because maybe what if your sons and daughters after you pass away, they don't want to just pay off the mortgage. Maybe they have some other urgent things that they want to spend that money on. I hope you guys enjoyed this video today. Sorry it was a little dark, but that's why I used this Halloween friendly background today. And take care, guys.